Today is Friday, January 9th, and this is your forecast for the northeastern United States. And don't adjust your thermometers. What they are reading is correct. And the forecast for this afternoon calls for lots of the northeast to reach highs in the 50s. There may be even a couple of spots that touch on 60 degrees. The problem is it also comes with some pretty breezy conditions, and in parts of the northeast, those winds are really strong, especially this morning. In the New York Metro, it's definitely a cool field this morning and cloudy, starting off right around 40 degrees. We climb into the mid-50s this afternoon. Pretty strong winds, gusting 20, 25 miles per hour. And then later this evening, it's probably going to be after 8 or 9 o'clock. There could be a couple of passing showers. So if you have any later Friday night plans, just keep that in mind. 48 today in Albany, 49 in Syracuse, but there's this little spike in temperatures here from Rochester to Buffalo, where highs could be in the 50s to near 60 degrees. It's also right here along the lake plain where we have some strong gusty winds as high as 50 or even 55 miles per hour. That could result in some scattered power outages there. 57 in Philly today. That's out ahead of the cold front, and the cold front does, what you'd expect it to do. It's going to knock those temperatures down here later in the weekend. But here's a look at the map. The reason we have the warmth is this area of low pressure. We got strong southerly winds out ahead of it. You know that the circulation around low pressure is counterclockwise, right? So that circulation around it does push those south winds ahead of it, but also behind it brings those winds out of the north, and that results in the cooling that's going to happen with the passage of that cold front. So as we look at the weekend forecast, the high temperatures tomorrow for especially eastern areas, Philly, New York, Albany, and Boston, these are probably early day highs, and through the afternoon the temperatures are going to fall off because we got the colder air coming in, which is more like highs in the 30s to near 40 degrees through the weekend. So there is that colder air on the way. So falling temperatures on Saturday, realistically it's probably going to be in the 40s through much of the afternoon, 47 again on Sunday, just a couple light passing showers. This probably looks worse than what will actually play out. And then we are dry early next week, a little cold on Monday, but at least we're in the 40s here through the middle of the week. There are signs that a cold change arrives the end of next week. So don't think we're done with winter yet. It's way too early to think that way anyway, but if we're trying to be overly optimistic, just a heads up, some cold air coming in probably just beyond this 7-day forecast. All right, that's your Friday morning weather update. Have a terrific weekend, and remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.